Today I'm going to show you an easy potato and green bean salad that I'm keeping simple because it's too hot to go into anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 2 pounds of potatoes cut up. And you can cut them any size you want, but I prefer bite size because I don't like the big ones, and plus it boils faster. I've got about 1 pound of fresh green beans that I cut up into bite-sized pieces, and I took off the tips that have the stem and just left the other ones on there, the pointy side. What I got to do now is add 2 tablespoons of salt, and I'm going to cover these with cold water. You always want to start your potatoes in cold water. And so I'm going to just cover them slightly, bring them to a boil, put the lid on, and cook them for about 15 minutes. And we'll be back when it's done. Okay, our potatoes and beans are cooked. How you know that they're cooked is when you stick a fork in the biggest potato that's in there, and it comes out smoothly. It goes in smoothly. And another thing I wanted to tell you, you can cook those potatoes whole and cut them up afterwards. And I prefer the white skin or the red skin potatoes because they're thin. We can leave the skins on, and it's healthy for you. Okay, right here I have 1/4 teaspoon of mustard and 1/4 teaspoon of Miracle Whip. And you can do all mayonnaise. Here I have a tablespoon of yellow mustard. You can use any mustard you want. I just prefer the yellow mustard with potatoes. And I got some red wine vinegar. I have 2 tablespoons. I have a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. And we want to taste it later on, so I'm not going to put too much salt in here. But potatoes really need salt. I have some ranch dressing mix that I made, homemade, because I made the dairy-free ranch dressing. And what I did is I made it, it had a lot left, and so I put it in a jar, an empty spice jar that I had, labeled it, and now I can use it in many things. Okay, I'm going to put that in. If you want to use the Hidden Valley Ranch or whatever out of the packet, just use a tablespoon. And so I'm going to have a tablespoon of sugar, and I've got some garlic. It's easier to do it this way because it needs to be chopped up. And I'm going to say that's about a teaspoon. Of course, I need to put more in there. That's just me. And I'm going to start whisking it up. Now, you can put this in a blender if you want to dirty your blender, and I don't. I was going to put it in a container and shake it, but since it's mayonnaise, I figured I better not. I'm going to put a little bit of almond milk in here. I've got 1/4 cup here, but I'm not going to use the whole thing. That's just to loosen this up to where it'll go on your potatoes. Now, if you think it's too dry, after you've made it, add some more mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, whatever your choice is. I'm going to taste it, and I did wash my hands. It's got a touch of vinegar. It's got a touch of, you can taste the herbs. And what I'm going to do is sit this to the side and let it sit while I get my potatoes and they're over there and they're cooling off in the sink. Okay, we've let the dressing sit for a while to let those herbs from the ranch dressing mix and the sugar to dissolve. And what I'm going to do is I have half of an onion that I diced up. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to mix that up in there. And then I'm going to put my potatoes and green beans in here. Stay tuned at the end of this video. I have a cocktail recipe for you. It's another summer refresher. Alcohol is optional. You can make a mocktail. You don't have to make a cocktail. So let me get a spoon so I can stir this up. I like to keep the dressing on the bottom. And I'm going to start stirring this up. Now this is still pretty warm. I probably should have let it cool down a little bit. And I'm just going to fold it up from the bottom because that's where all the dressing is. Make sure you get it, every piece of potato covered with dressing. And then I want you to put this in the refrigerator for about an hour to let it cool down. It looks so good. I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste. And then we'll put it in the refrigerator to cool it down. I want to get a green bean and I want to get a potato. You could use more green beans or more potatoes or whatever you want. Another thing that would be good in here is some chopped up boiled potato. And I truly like the yellow mustard over the Dijon for this kind of salad. And so I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for about an hour. And then I'll show you our summer cocktail. Okay, here's your mocktail cocktail. I call this my pina colada knockoff. I'm not bringing out the blender. I'm just going to make a drink and enjoy it in this hot weather. Got a lot of ice in the glass. I'm going to put in a shot of spiced rum. I'm going to put in a little bit of pineapple juice, probably more pineapple juice like that. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of watermelon drink to it. This is optional. You don't need it for the drink, but I like the taste of it. Then I'm going to put some of this cream of coconut. You can buy this in the grocery store where they sell the mixes for cocktails. And I think I'm going to put a little bit more. I want the coconut taste. Now it's very important that you stir this up very good, because you want it to look like this. Okay, then I'm going to add a little bit of lime juice. I'm going to top it off with the tonic water, which bubbles up like soda. Stir it, not hard, you don't want to break up the bubbles. And then I'm going to top it off with another squirt of lime. I don't stir it. And then I'm going to put the lime on top. That's the lime and the coconut. So I hope you enjoy this. Try it at home. If you can't get this, just do the pineapple watermelon drink. And you want to put more pineapple juice than the watermelon, kind of opposite of what I did last time. And then if I don't have a cherry to put on the top, that would make it really pretty. So I hope you enjoy it. And let me know if you want more cocktail recipes. And we'll be right back. Okay, I let it cool down for an hour in the refrigerator. I'm going to sprinkle some parsley over the top, fresh parsley. And you can do anything you want. If you want green onions, cilantro, we prefer cilantro, or you can do anything you want just to make it pretty. And as far as the salt and pepper ratio it was in the dressing, it was perfect. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see you the next time. Make sure you support your local businesses. Some of them are going down in our town still because not enough employees. And I'll see you later. Bye.